This video minute is sponsored by the Cincinnati Insurance Companies and Johnston Fiss Insurance. Contact Chris Boyle at Johnston Fiss to get a quote on professional liability and all your practice insurance needs.
I'm Executive Director Kevin Robertson, and this is the KDA Video Minute for Friday, May 6th. Right, last Wednesday, the Kansas legislature came back for the veto session, and in kind of back to the old tradition, they actually wrapped up over the weekend. So Sunday night, Monday morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, both the House and Senate wrapped up their business. During the time of the veto session, the conference committee reports on our bill that had to do with the CE for charity. House Bill 2615 passed both the House and the Senate. So again, that's a bill that would allow a dentist to get up to 6 hours of CE for a 2-to-1 ratio of charity care that they do. Has to be approved charity care like KMOM or working at an FQHC, something like that. So that will be at the governor's desk, and we do expect him to sign it any time. That will be in effect on July 1st. Okay, we've started this year's round of Ethics CE. Last week on Friday in Manhattan, Dr. Chuck Squire did a 2-hour session on CE. We have 3 more sessions planned as of right now. So Dr. Chuck Squire and Dr. Kathy Taylor Osborne are kind of both doing those at various locations. So we have one planned in Johnson County, we have a Wichita CE plan, and then one out in Dodge City. So look for those in June and July. So we look forward to helping you meet the requirement for your Ethics CE. Also last week on Saturday in Manhattan at the K-State Student Union, we hosted a PreDental Conference. So we had dentists, actually dental club members at undergraduate schools across the state participated in that to kind of just help them understand what dentistry is all about. We had UMKC talk about the admissions requirements, so they would kind of have a feel for what they needed to do to get into dental school. We had a panel, Dr. Nathan Schmidt and Dr. Mark Herzog both participated in a panel where they talked about dental school and kind of being a dental student, what they need to do, kind of some courses they might want to take, and how that, to help with their application process. So that was really good. Dr. Chuck Squire was there again talking about the dental board. So it was very nice. We look forward to doing that again next year. Perhaps we'll do it at UMKC at the dental school itself. So it was kind of our first time trying to do that, and so I think we'll build from where we are right now. Earlier this week, the American Dental Association hosted their annual Washington Leadership Conference. That's kind of the advocacy day on Capitol Hill for the dentists. So Dr. Brett Roos, Dr. Hal Hale, and myself were all in Washington, D.C. Unfortunately for us, the Congress was in recess, so we weren't able to meet directly with the congressmen and women. However, we did meet with the staff from each congressional office. This year, the ADA had us talking about really 3 specific issues. One had to do with student debt. There was a proposal that would allow student loans to be renegotiated just as many times as possible. It's to take advantage of interest rates as they go up and down. Unlike now, you can only redo your student loans one time. So you're kind of at the whim of the economy as to what the interest rates might be at that time. Also, we're asking for the repeal of the Medicare opt-in, opt-out provision for dentists. We think it's ridiculous that dentists aren't even covered by Medicare. Dental procedures aren't covered by Medicare, yet the Affordable Care Act requires dentists to either opt-in or opt-out of that. And then thirdly, there is a national or a federal proposal that's being put forth by both the dentists or the ADA and the optometrists to do a federal non-covered services law, like it passed in several states, including Kansas, that would cover ERISA plans or federally regulated insurance plans with regard to the ability of those plans to dictate reimbursement rates to dentists and optometrists for services that are not covered. So those were really the 3 main things we talked about. We had a really nice discussion with all the legislators' offices, and we hope that if not this year, with it being an election year, perhaps we've started the process for approval of one or more of those issues next year. Finally, let me wrap up today and announce that we're going to have a change in our KDA staff. Today is the last day that Brian Bookwalter will be on our staff. He's been our communications coordinator, publications coordinator for the last 2 years, or just right at 2 years. He leaves to take a design position with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas here in Topeka. So we certainly wish him the best with that new position. Also then, that we are going to promote Kylie Fleck, who's been with us for 3 years. She will be our new communications coordinator, and then we'll be hiring a new front desk person. We're in the process of doing that. I'm not sure exactly when that will all happen, but Kylie will assume those responsibilities immediately with regard to publications and communications. So with that, we'll wrap another edition of the KDA Video Minute.